Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Sam's Rant. Manchester United 3, Arsenal 2. Let's dive in. So for starters, what an interesting game. Like that could have really went either way. Credits to Arsenal. I always take shots at Arsenal. I mean, come on, guys, it's Arsenal, man. Surely we should be taking shots at Arsenal, right? But really enjoyable game. 5 goals split between the two. Look, man, could have went either way. So let's dissect real quick before we go into the player ratings. Also, Michael Carrick after the game steps down. He resigned. He came out, was like, yeah, no, listen, had my tenure with the team. I feel like now is the right time for me to go. And I need to give some credit to Michael Carrick for that because we were all crying like, how Batong, how does Oli get the sack and then Carrick stays? Wasn't Carrick still part of the problem? Ganjani, Zhuang, bro, how? And you know what? I think he took the caretaker role on the fly and he did really well. Like, jokes aside, even though the football was literally almost the same, like pretty much actually the same because it was like the same coaching staff and everything, but still, he won against Villarreal, he drew against Chelsea, and he just won against Arsenal. So that's 2 wins in the league, a draw. A, a win and a draw in the league and a win in the Champions League. That's a solid caretaker job right there. We just have to give it up for Michael Carrick. At least now when he leaves the club in like a really, it's like a positive note. It's not like, he didn't want to go, he wanted to take the job on full time, nah, he left peacefully. He left cordially. And yeah, I just have to give it up to Michael. Sips tea with the pinky out, Carrick. One of the Man United greats as a midfielder. So thank you, Carrick. I honestly, when I heard that news just now, it's like, okay, shit, dude. All right. So tomorrow it's a brand new United under Ragnick, and let's just hope and see. Let's see what he does. I'm not expecting necessarily like a change of personnel, but I'm hoping that the style of play will convert the players that we've been complaining about into not world beaters, but into solid players, into performers. Football is a results business. Let's get some results. Now, I mean, we started the year aiming for winning the league, and now we're competing for top four. Come on, guys. So let's just hope that Ragnar comes through and revolutionizes the club, and we can move forward and just So thank you, Wally. Thank you, Carrick. Thanks, guys. Thanks. We're not taking away from the work that they've done. I mean, Ollie. I mean, we spoke about this already, but Ollie did a thing. He really did a thing, and Carrick came through and did a thing in a clutch moment, and left peacefully. So that's Ollie gone. That's Carrick gone. McKenna really doesn't really do anything, and that just leaves feeling. So 75% of the coaching staff is kind of gone. Not gone, but it's changed. So it's definitely going to be a brand new United that we're going to see. So I'm really hoping for some great things. Excuse me. Anyway, let's talk about the game. So, the first goal. Now, Fred today. Fred. Ooh, Fred. Guys, if anything, Fred is getting his bills as an entertainer, man. Fred just comes through and does the absolute most. Oh, goodness, Fred. So Fred steps on. We're not sure if it's like his ankle or it's like Achilles tendon, but dude, whatever. Dave was in pain and he fell down. Technically, it's not a foul, and even if the ref took long to blow the whistle, it's not a foul, dude. Because it's like you can't stop the game because teammates collided with each other. That has nothing to do with opposition. Like how these guys clearly are they are not the combos are not communicating. So fine, we concede the first goal. The equalizer was really good. I won't lie, Fred made up for it. I was really happy with what Sancho did. Hold the ball up a little bit, do a little thing, slips Fred in, Fred slips Bruno in, boof, goal. Happy for Bruno. 100th game, he gets his goal. Hey, it's been I think 16 games since Bruno last scored. So yeah, cool, dude. Happy for that. Equalizer, sharp. Second half comes. And then obviously we have Chris. Maguire plays a good ball out wide. Rashford gets the ball. There's a mistake from, is it Terra Terra Smangmang from Arsenal. Rashford plays in a good ball, gets an assist, boom. Chris with the finish, solid goal. We're all chuffed about that. And that marked Chris's 800th career goal for club and country at top flight level. Excuse me? 800 career goal. 800 goals Chris has scored, guys. 801 including the penalty, but still 800 goals, guys. I'm sorry, man. I know people will come for me about Messi and what Messi did 701 in less games. Fuck out of here, bruh. Let's see if Messi hits 800. Let's see. Let's see. Tell me about this game. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that. I don't want to go into the Messi versus Chris debate because I've always said that Chris has always been a better player than Messi because Chris made himself. Whereas Messi, granted, talent, skill, ability, natural, born, hands down. But he was also groomed. I mean, how can you play under Dino, Julie, Deco, Eto? How can you sit there and absorb that kind of talent? Because you could say Chris had Rooney, Paul Scholes, Giggs, not really. Well, I mean, but not really. You know what I mean? But it's I feel like the level of talent that Messi absorbed and the talent that Chris absorbed. Messi's here, Chris is here. You know what I mean? So it's he's always had that thing. So I just feel like Chris has just always been self-made, But anyway, I digress. So yeah, Chris, 800 goals. Congratulations, Chris. We're fucking happy for you, mate. And then obviously then Arsenal immediately equalizes, which is crazy. Poor defensive lapse from Alex Telles there on the left side, and the ball goes through McTominay's lost his marker, and it's just an easy, literally kind of a copy of the goal we just scored in a minute. It's just it was embarrassing. And then Fred comes through, does a thing. I mean, you could argue that he was looking for it, but Odegaard, I like Odegaard. I like Smith Rowe as well. I won't lie. Those are the two, and Partey. I like Partey as well. Those are the three Arsenal players that I can say, if I was to pick players from Arsenal's team, I'd scoop them. Definitely. Every day of the week. In Odegaard's tackling tackle, he doesn't get any ball. Thinking Fred is impeded. Fred goes to ground. Simple. Chris nets the penalty. Boo, 3-2. And those are our goals. So, I think Arsenal did deserve more out of that game. I think a draw would have been a more fair result. But it was just a matter of Chris being more clinical with these chances. Excuse me. It's fucking almost 1 a.m. Excuse me. But Chris was more clinical. I mean, there was that one chance that Aubameyang had, even though it was offside. That's one of those points. It's it should have hit the back of the net. It's one of those moments being clinical, So but overall, very enjoyable game. I'm just really glad we won it. We're now, I think we're 2 points off Arsenal now. We're 7th. We are quite a ways behind Liverpool, who's 3rd. It's just yes, we're far from Liverpool, right? I think it's 10 points from Liverpool. Yo. Excuse me, and I think we're 3 points off 4th. I forget who 4th is, but I'll double check and correct me where I'm wrong. But anyway, just because I don't want to drag on for too long, so let's keep it short. Player ratings. Now, let's start. Dave saves. I personally think Dave is a man of the match contender for starters. He made an incredible save in the first half. He made another goal in the second half. Both of those were goal bound. So it was if you didn't make these saves, he made a couple of really good saves. So I feel like it's more like that thing of Dave saves. And if it wasn't for Dave's saves, See what I did there? If it wasn't for Dave's saves, we would have conceded those chances that Arsenal should have netted. And then different game, Arsenal probably wins, So I give Dave a 7 for that. Obviously, he did concede 2 goals. The first, obviously, not his fault. The second, dear, terribly sorry. The second one, it wasn't necessarily his fault either. It was just like a really good finish. It's just good finish, difficult to stop. So 7 for Dave for me. Next up is Diego Dallo. I think Dallo played well, actually. He was really giving some good width on the right side, made some good passes, making some good runs. Defensively, him and Telles aren't exactly like renowned for their defensive abilities. It's more for how well they go forward, the deliveries they can make, just general ability on the ball. And this game kind of suited them. Excuse me. And yeah, so, I mean, it was actually a pretty solid game for Dallo, especially considering this guy barely actually plays. Like, when last did Dallo start? If I'm not mistaken, I heard a stat saying that it's his first start at Old Trafford in like 2 years or something. That's like crazy, bro. Obviously, because he did go on loan, but like, this guy hasn't started in a while. So yeah, 7 for Dallo for me. Lindelof. I mean, Lindelof he's always going to be the weaker of the two defenders. Decent game, like average, really. Made a couple of good header clearances, kept up Nyana with the pace, but it wasn't anything special. He didn't do anything that was like, yeah, Lindelof, we see what you're doing. It was more like, yeah, bruh, basics, bare basics. So for me, Lindelof gets a 6. Captain Fantastic, Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire, for me, he didn't play poor. I'll give him that. He didn't play poor, but didn't play great. But I'm still mad. Me personally, I'm still mad. I'm still mad at how was he? Like, Chris was dropped, Bruno was dropped, but Maguire was never dropped. And Bailly played exceptionally well against Chelsea. But yeah, no, even in this game, like, nothing too exceptional. He played some really good balls out to the wide sides. It was okay. It was average as well. So I'll also have to give him a 6. Like nothing extraordinary. I won't say his leadership, because he's not being, sorry, for me he's not my captain. I've divorced that idea. I'm really hoping that when Rangnick comes in full time, he's like, okay, cool, changes to be made. All right, captaincy, poof, off. I don't care if he gives it to Chris or Dave. I don't care who he gives it to, or Bruno, whatever. But Maguire must relieve his captaincy duties. He must just focus on his own football and just be a good enough person to play next to Varane. Because at this point, it's like Maguire is undroppable. Why is he undroppable? Because he's been playing shit. But anyway, I was about to go on a tangent. Let's not do that. Maguire, 6. Let's keep it moving. Then we have Alex Telles. Alex Telles, I'll also give a 6 because he didn't also, he suffers from the same thing. He didn't really do anything fantastic. He didn't do anything really well. He was at fault for the second goal that we conceded. You could argue that he was tucking in to protect Maguire, because like our fullbacks have always been doing that thing of tucking in to protect the centre backs, which never made sense, because then all you do is leave the wide man with enough time to deliver a good ball, and a good ball you can barely defend, because I mean, it's Maguire. It's Maguire and Lindelof, like, come on. But yeah, going forward, he did okay as well. Made some good deliveries, some smart runs as well off the ball to just pull people wide, and Sancho can do his thing. Also, I don't know why they were playing Sancho off the left. I don't know why. I thought it was like a young 10-minute thing where they'll swap, and then swap back, and then nah, Sancho was full left, bro. Rashford was full right. It's like, why? Anyway, yeah. 6 for Telles for me. Young Scotty McSauce. I don't even know how he earned that nickname. 4 for McTominay for me. I'm sorry, 4 for McTominay for me. I think he was poor today. Like, he wasn't dreadful, but he was poor. Like, he was below average. And for me, it's just like his passing ability was nowhere to be found. His tackling was nowhere to be found. He even got a yellow card. I thought he was going to go off at halftime. Like, if Fred didn't make up for his mistake by gaining us 2 goals, I was going to say Fred should come off. But by halftime, I'm like, okay, dude, you have to bring Donny on now, because Donny at Watford did the same thing for 45 minutes better. I think Donny's earned his chance. He's earned his chance, and I don't know why we're still forcing this thing of playing McTominay in the system. Excuse me, I'm not saying that Scott can't do it. I'm just saying the system we're playing, he can't do it. Maybe under Ragnick, maybe Ragnick can make a play out of him. Who knows? Same thing goes for Fred. So then maybe the way we play is the problem. Because if you put Scott McTominay against Leeds, so for me today, 4 from Scott. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. And then Fred. Fred today, I gave him a 6. I gave Fred a 6 today because I was going to give him a 4 because of the mistake he made. And the overall game was average-ish. However, we do have to appreciate his impact in the build-up of the first goal, including the assist. Also, his tenacity and his pressure in pushing, winning the ball, and gaining the penalty in the second. That's what makes Fred great. Fred is that tenacious player. He's just on you, bruh. He's just on you. And it goes well if he can pass the ball or he can make good tackles, you know. Then he would have had an 8, 9 out of 10 performance today. But because of the mistake and the mistakes, they may seem minor because of the big one he made by fucking stepping on Dave. Like, how the hell do you step on your own teammate, bro? Come on. So, you know, because it was like a really bad / really good game, I'll just put him at average and keep him moving. Leave him at an average 6. Bruno didn't play particularly well, but I think the importance of that equalizer in the first half was really huge. And granted, yes, he was just in the right place at the right time to make the finish. I didn't think he had a bad. I was going to give him a 6, but because he got the goal, bump it up to a 7, because he was okay. I mean, he's not at the level of Bruno that we know. Like Bruno came in and set some other standard, you know. And he's been lingering around here lately, you know. He has a good one here, then a bad one there. You know, he's been lingering in and around this area, but we know he's supposed to be here. So by his standards, probably like a 5. By his standards, definitely. But based on the match, I mean, the way we play really is it's always been a victim of the way that we play. So we play this pragmatic 6 at the back defensive counter-attack-esque football thing that we're doing. Like there was a spell in the game where we were literally pushing Arsenal. They were playing half ground. Despite it's a half ground. And it was like we couldn't even see Bruno because Freddie McTominay can't get the ball through the channels. It was all side to side to side to side. Freddie just was trying to get the ball through, but it was going through to like Sancho more than anything. So obviously Bruno wasn't really being able to get to the right spaces for Fred to find him, because Fred was on the left side and Bruno was more onto the right side where Scott was. I mean, come on, can Scott pass? I mean, like literally, I feel like Scott has like a voucher. It's got like a voucher of like 10 passes every match. He can only bank, or maybe let me say a voucher for like 2 matches. He can only bank like 5 passes this match, then 5 passes the next match, and then he must redeem his voucher before, you know what I mean? Like it's just yeah. So yeah, no, I think a 7 for Bruno because he got that really important goal. And yeah, he just had an average performance. Moving on to Jaden Sancho, shame, man. It wasn't. I think because he scored in his last 2, it was like, oh, what's Sancho gonna do next? You know. But he had an okay game. He was involved in the first goal. He did a couple of things on the wide side, but he was on the left. Why was he on the left again? Why was he on the left? It's fine if he swaps over for a young 10 minutes, but he was there the whole match. Which, look, I don't necessarily know if it's his fault. I think it's more coaching, because if he does that himself, coach must be like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Swap. What are you guys doing? No, you know? But obviously, Carrick left it alone, so that leads me to believe that it's definitely part of the coaching strategy or something coaching-wise. Fine. Like, it's not that he's bad off the left, but he's just better off the right. And we've been crying out for a right winger for the longest time because we always play through Rashford on the left. And that's where Rashford is effective. So the fact that they swapped them, it just diminished both of their games, I feel like. So yeah, I mean, look, he was involved in the first goal. He had some decent plays, some decent opportunities. He was also making some very good off-ball runs. I'll give, yeah, Sancho. I think I'll also give him a 7 because he was above average because he was doing things as well. So I'll give him a 7. Rashford suffers from the same thing as Sancho, just above. But Rashford was really kind of poor, really all game. Like he was barely noticeable. I mean, there was a one time where he came onto the left, and then he just put his head down and like dribbled into 3 players instead of passing the ball. Come on, Rashford. Come on. Like him and Greenwood, they do that thing. And that's the thing that pisses fans off. It's like, we get it, dude. We know you're a wide forward. We know you know the ball. But sometimes, just pass the ball, eh? Just pass the ball. Even if you maybe look for a 1-2, but pass the ball. It's not, you don't always have to put your head down and dribble through players and shoot, you know? And also, Chris in the first half is also guilty of this. He did the same thing. There was a bit of a break we had. Chris is going down the left flank, cuts inside, and then there was a brilliant ball on for Bruno on the far side of the pitch. Chris wasn't even thinking that. Chris is just like, me, I'm netting. But Chris has earned that right, bruh. You're not even, no one will be like, but Chris, that one time, no. Because it's Chris. Chris has earned that. Chris can be like, excuse me, how many Ballon d'Ors do you have? I joke, I kid. So yeah, I think Rashford, because he did play quite poor, but he did get an assist. I initially gave him 5, but after reconsideration, I think 6 is fair. It's bump him back up to average because it was poor, but because of the assist, bump him up a mark, put him on average. Otherwise, it would have been a 5 since it was below average. It was poor. Haha, Chris the game saver. So personally, I didn't think Chris had a bad game at all. I think I don't get this thing that people say Chris doesn't impress. What do you guys mean Chris doesn't impress? Like, what is up with this media and saying Chris doesn't impress? Chris is the reason Man United play poorly. What have you guys been watching? Like, literally, Paul Scholes said today, pre-match, has anyone ever asked Chris to press? Has any coach ever asked him to press? Because at his age, his physicality, he can definitely do it. So it's not like he's physically incapable. Nah, I don't think I can press, right? And he pressed really well. He worked hard today, Shem. He worked hard today. Chris is definitely my 8. I'm giving him an 8. I initially gave him a 7, but then I thought about it because I was like, okay, yeah, he got a goal, he got a pen, but what was he really doing? And then I sat back and I was like, okay, no, but he was actually working pretty hard. He was probably the best player on the pitch. And obviously, he saved us once again. This is Captain Fantastic right here. So yeah, no, I think Chris definitely does deserve the 8 and also the man of the match. If not Dave, it's going to be Chris, man of the match. I'll decide at the end. Actually, fuck it, I'll decide right now. The thing is, Dave's saves are as important as the goals that Chris made. But Chris's goals were off assists. It wasn't like he made the goal, you know. If I'm done from Rashford, it's like it's on a platter for him, tap in. And then the penalty. So by that logic, I have to give it to Dave. I have to give it to Dave. Even though I gave the highest score of the match to Chris, I have to give man of the match to Dave. I think Dave's saves, see what I did there again? Dave's saves were more important than Chris's goals because Dave had to whip out those saves, whereas Chris just had to finish something that was already started. You know what I mean? The tap in. Not really a tap in, but like good pass right near the 6-yard area, boof, bottom corner. And then pen, dude, come on, straight down the middle. Chris, come on. You know, so yeah. I will give Chris the 8, but I give Dave the man of the match for me. Yeah, I'm happy with that. You can fight me on it if you'd like. We can always have chats and debates. Please feel free. Jesse Lingard came on, ran around. I give him a 5. Just you went on long enough. Tony came on, give him a 5. He went long enough. Shem Donny made a cameo, also a 5. He went long enough. And then Michael Carrick today. Team selection. I wasn't overly pleased with Maguire, but everything else seems that kind of standard. Like him and Ollie have always had that similar, I guess, style. So because of that, I'll give him a 5. But because he also stepped down after the match, I'll have to give him brownie points just because he was like, okay, my work is done. Like I saw the scenes where like as the match ended, obviously he greets the opposition coaches and stuff, whatever, greets the manager, walks around clapping to the fans, goes to the refs, shakes the refs' hands. There's a point where he embraces Bruno and they have that little moment that you could see. It's like, yeah, this is I think Bruno's even saying like, yeah, Donna, you know what, man? Like for everything, God, thanks, dog. Like fair day, So yeah, I think that was like the signal of like, yeah, it was probably planned before the match anyway. I don't think it was like an impulsive thing, like, okay, yeah, it's sharp, it's fine. But yeah, Michael Carrick, yeah, man. Thank you for your services, Chief. And yeah, that concludes the player ratings. Shit. Good game. But yeah, New United. Let's see. I think tomorrow at about like 11 a.m. is Ragnick's first official interview as interim boss of the club. So let's see how that one goes. And yeah, man, New United, the season is relatively young. I mean, Chelsea won yesterday, Liverpool won yesterday, City won yesterday. So, the big dogs who all won, we had to win this one. And I'm really glad that we didn't lose to Arsenal because, geez, it was like, that was going to be embarrassing. But yeah, it was a pretty good game. And yeah, let's see Sunday. Wait, is it Sunday? Hold on. When are we playing again? Hold on, 2 seconds. Is it Saturday or Sunday? Crystal Palace on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday at 4 p.m. is next. I'll see you guys. So yeah, otherwise take it easy, get some rest. I know it's still a weekday, people are working. So yeah, man. I'll catch you in the flip. Again, really do enjoy these. I do actually want to pursue, like I said, and do it like properly. But I've just been too busy that I haven't really had time to prepare myself. I mean, shit, I haven't done my hair yet. That gives you all the signs. But yeah, man. Let's keep at it. Thank you for joining me on the journey. Please do keep it easy. We love football out here, so please feel free to hit me up in the comments, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you in the next one. Sam signing out.